Hello and welcome. I'm your guide for this part of your online learning journey with Europe Hotel School. Now, with years of experience in hospitality operations, I'm really excited to share some real-world insights with you that will help you build a truly successful career. So today, we're diving into an absolutely crucial skill, crafting a winning proposal for the MICE sector. And of course, that's meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions.
This quote right here, it really just nails the core idea. In the incredibly competitive MICE world, a proposal is so much more than a price list. It's your first and often your best chance to tell a persuasive story. Think of it as the bridge, the one you build between what a client is dreaming of for their event and your venue's unique power to bring that dream to life. Mastering this, that's what will set you apart in your career.
So, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll talk about why a proposal is way more than just paper. Then, we'll get into the how to actually craft a great story. We'll also navigate that tricky balance between a creative vision and the critical details. After that, we'll cover presenting your work, and we'll finish up with the ultimate goal, becoming a client's trusted partner. Okay, let's start with that first point, moving beyond the document itself. See, your proposal is the voice of your venue long before anyone ever sets foot in the lobby. It speaks volumes. It talks about your team's attitude, your reliability, and most importantly, your attention to detail. In a sea of options, believe me, a sharp, professional proposal signals competence, and it immediately makes you stand out from the crowd. This slide makes the difference crystal clear. On the left, you've got the list. It's generic, it's all about price, and frankly, it's forgettable. But over on the right, you have the story. And this is where you win. A story solves the client's specific problems. It's built just for them, and it focuses on the value you deliver. It basically proves you were listening and that you actually get what they're trying to achieve. So, how do we get from that simple list to a compelling story? This is where we get practical. And don't worry, this isn't about being a novelist. It's about structure, logic, and clarity. These are the fundamental skills that are going to make you an absolutely indispensable hospitality professional. The flow of the narrative is actually surprisingly simple and logical. Step 1. Acknowledge the client's goal. This shows them you've paid attention. Step 2. Design a custom solution that directly addresses that goal. And Step 3. You help them visualize the experience. This three-step process, it creates a powerful, persuasive argument that's really hard to ignore. And here is a crucial pro tip to always remember. Your client is busy. I mean, really busy. They're probably sifting through multiple proposals all under a tight deadline. So you have to resist the temptation to just overwhelm them with every single little detail about your venue. Clear, concise language, it doesn't just show that you're professional, it shows a profound respect for their time. And you know, visuals are your secret weapon for achieving that clarity. And I'm not talking about stock photos here. I mean a custom floor plan, or a diagram showing attendee flow, or here's an insider tip, a 3D mock-up of their branding in your ballroom. Tools like these transform your abstract ideas into a tangible reality for the client, and that builds immense confidence in your plan. Now let's talk about the fine art of the proposal. It really has to do two things that can feel, well, contradictory. It needs to be inspiring, right? It has to paint a picture of an incredible event. But at the same time, it has to be meticulously precise and practical. Nailing this balance is what separates the good proposals from the truly great ones. Let's really think about this for a second. A client makes a decision with both their heart and their head. They need to feel excited about the vision you're presenting, but they also need to be able to rationally justify the expense. So your proposal has to speak to both sides, to their highest hopes for the event and to their need for practical, totally transparent information. And when it comes to that rational side, precision is absolutely non-negotiable. Let's break down these critical areas. First, pricing. It has to be transparent. No surprises, no hidden charges, period. Next, inclusions. You need to clearly spell out what is and what is not covered. All the equipment, catering, services, everything. And finally, your terms and conditions. Cancellation policies, payment schedules, they have to be super easy to understand. This level of accuracy is the very foundation of trust. Okay, so the work isn't over once you hit send, not even close. The presentation is where your carefully crafted document becomes a dynamic conversation. This is your stage. It's your chance to perform as a verbal storyteller and reinforce all the value you've already outlined on the page. Doing this well really comes down to a few key skills. Confidence, well, that grows from deep preparation. You have to anticipate questions on everything from logistics to the budget. You also need to be adaptable, because the CFO in the room has very different concerns than the event planner. And of course, handling questions calmly and clearly, that's paramount.
The format of your presentation really matters. In a virtual setting, for instance, your tech has to be flawless, and your slides need to be extra engaging just to hold their attention. But if you're in person, you have that powerful advantage of an immersive venue tour, and that can build a much stronger emotional connection and allow for that direct, personal interaction.
Here is a key takeaway for any presentation you give. Never just list features. Always connect them to an outcome for the client. So don't just say, we have state-of-the-art AV equipment. Instead, try explaining it like this. Our advanced AV systems will ensure your international speakers connect seamlessly with everyone in the room, making your hybrid event a resounding success. See the difference there? It's huge.
And that brings us to our final, and honestly, our most important section. This entire process, from that very first draft to the final handshake, it's all about one thing: positioning your venue not as just another supplier, but as an indispensable partner in your client's success.
So, what exactly is a trusted partner? Well, it's a venue that has proven its competence, showcased its creativity, and demonstrated an unwavering commitment. Your proposal, it's the very first piece of evidence you submit to prove you can be that partner. It really sets the tone for the entire relationship.
Ultimately, your proposal is a direct reflection of your brand. The quality, the clarity, the thoughtfulness you pour into that document, it signals the level of service a client can expect to receive. In a crowded marketplace, this becomes your single most powerful tool for differentiation. It's your promise of excellence, right there on the page. So as you move forward in your careers, I want to leave you with this one thought. Every single request for a proposal is an opportunity. It's a blank page just waiting for you to demonstrate your expertise, your creativity, and your commitment. The only question is, what story will your next proposal tell?